Recording there. I gotta pour mine here. While I was watching at home, Ricky has upgraded today. He now has legitimate glassware.
Yeah, no more pink cups for me.
And we're teething cups. Give us the coloration report, Ricky.
Well, from my eyes, it looks very. It's definitely not dark. It's like light, like copper. They're pretty similar. Maybe D is slightly lighter than the other ones.
Yeah, they're pretty similar, actually.
Like a light caramel also I pre-sniffed and pre-tasted them all. I got my order already, so just whenever you guys are ready.
Let's show them the road.
What's that?
Did you try to cut your own hair again? What did
No.
you do?
Trying to look good for the lake, this one. And then there's Cody. Cody doing his review from the depths of hell once again. Almost complete darkness.
He tries his best.
All right. With that rabble out of the way, I guess we can just get started. So with A,
All right. Let us. Cody didn't even twirl his bourbon around before he sniffed.
Rob,
It's a pro move.
this weird suspended bubble, like right in the middle. What the hell? Smells pretty good. A bit of rye in there, I think.
I'm getting like caramel, maybe some root like root beer.
I think you're right. Or it could be like almost like, what was the didn't Dr. Pepper have like a cherry version, or no, like actually I guess what I'm thinking of is like vanilla. Was there a Dr. Pepper vanilla, or was that like Coke?
Yeah, there's a vanilla Dr. Pepper.
It's almost like it has a little bit of like cream soda is where I was getting at.
Like corn, oak, and cola.
Nobody else smelling something in the rye family? Like
A little.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's there. I just didn't want to take your answer.
Yeah.
Always try to come up with things other people haven't said.
But you did most of the legwork on this one. Huh.
Does it taste like pretty corny to other two guys? Not like mellow corn, of course, but like, maybe on a younger.
It has a bit of there's a bit of an orange that I taste all the way from the start all the way to the finish. And then in the middle,
Sickle and corn juice.
yeah, creamsicle. But I'm definitely getting a weird like vegetal, it's almost like a peanut husk.
I'm getting the rye, or maybe it's like oak barrel, like not a lot, but it's kind of like on the roof of my mouth.
It's kind of a sawdusty, like it's wood, but it doesn't have that like charcoal like maturity that like its bourbon barrel would normally have. So it's just kind of a dry woodiness.
That's how that's like you put an orange creamsicle and wrapped it in the orange husk, and then smoked it in some oak.
Yeah, I didn't dislike it, but
I like the start of it a lot more than the finish.
yeah,
I guess it has some complexity, but it's like a mixed bag of things. There are a couple things I like, a couple things I don't.
Overly artificial sweet right in the first half, and then the second half is a little like vegetal bitter oak.
Yeah, and there's a nice leatheriness right in the middle somewhere too. Okay, B.
all right.
Little Diet Pepsi for that palate cleanse.
I got like, hold on, what I got is like, that's weird. I was like at first I got like cereal grain, like very young, like corn or grain, like not just like it's corny, but it's like it's like the actual grain of like a cereal grain, but then it like evolved into like a weird, like really artificial cherry sweet,
Yes.
like it's like the
Please say fruit
red,
sticks.
those red, white, and blue bomb pops or whatever they're called, like melted, like a
Yeah.
melted. Those in the tubes, those otter pops, like a cherry one of those, like artificial
Artificial cherry. I couldn't agree more. For me, the only difference is for me it's less icicle pop and more fruit snack, or like almost. I know there's red licorice, but like a red licorice that's specifically cherry flavored, like when Starburst did licorice, and that was immediately noticeable on the whiff. That's crazy. We both came to that.
Maybe like berried, maybe like pear or something.
Like actually, there's a little bit of me that wants to say grape, like candy grape, which is totally different tasting than actual grape.
Sweet floral too, like maybe a rose, like rose hips to it as well, but mostly the cherry, and also sort of the graininess and the.
Smells good. Hopefully, it tastes good. Another suspended bubble.
Let's see.
It's a little fruitier than the first one, but not what it wasn't. It doesn't match my expectation from the aroma.
Finish has that fake ice pop cherry, but a ton up front as much as it smells. I do get some of the graininess, but I also got that like root vegetal kind of like taste that I get.
I say the flavors don't last very long, unless I'm just like being more accustomed to these, but doesn't seem like they're super high proof.
I'm not a fan of this one. It's just like watery, languid. What I was expecting was Welch's cherry or grape juice, and what I got is Gatorade.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, that first like 60% is flavorless. Mm. All right, see?
No, this one smells like that vegetal.
That's very
like varnish, sort of.
Kind of chestnutty. It smells like weird whiff of chlorine there. It smells like a really, really old like cabinet, like someone's old like wardrobe that's never been taken out of the attic.
Like an all natural, made out of vegetables, wood polish.
Yeah, I got celery, tomato. You put them together, you got a V8.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of like cracked pepper.
Like to me, this smells more like what I call like what in my mind is a root vegetable, like a parsnip. It's like it's got that. Oh, actually, you know what? Radish. I said parsnip. I meant turnip. Radish or turnip. Like, and then but then you get the really woody note too, the varnishy. I'm so curious, like what in the distilling process and the aging process would make it smell like that.
All right, Mom. Time to throw in the celery and carrots, and tomatoes, and green pepper. Just throw it all in there.
Remember that 64-gallon bag of radishes we bought? We never figured out what to do with them. I got a solution for you, Mom. Or more of a turnip than a radish. It's not quite as sharp as a radish. All right.
Let's see what it tastes like.
A little bit of like butterscotch and vanilla, like sweetness, but
it's younger, but kind of like it.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite so far. It's got like oakiness, and then like Cody said underneath it is what you say, like butterscotch, and the longer I held it in my mouth, the more I could get like maybe caramel.
I mean, there's a sweetness up front that might be a little vanilla, like because it's like young grains. Like this is a grainy, younger. It seems like it's younger or craftier, but I actually do taste celery since Rick kept bringing that up. Something vegetal, something in that range of like turnip, the whatever. That part of the vegetable aisle I don't go in that much. It has a lot of like root type stuff. Finish is meh. Finish isn't so great, but the first it's different, and I think I like this. You know, keep this on the shelf just to have something different.
Cody, you seem to have a puzzle look or look of contemplation on your face.
More like consternation, or is it in fact constipation?
Maybe all.
Maybe all of the above. You decide.
It's like I'm drinking it out of like a cardboard cup or something. I get like really young wood, and then of course I get like corn and that radish, but I almost get like a real diluted, like if you melted in water, like a a candy corn or something, like a fake vanilla or.
We'll come back to it and head to D, the land of D.
I love the D, man.
Rick loves the land of D.
Yeah. Let me smell my hand, get my bearings.
Kind of dusty smelling, and like it's like C mixed with A.
A little bit of corn, a little bit of like gingerbread, and a little bit of prune.
I'm with you on everything except I'm not getting much of the dark fruit.
I'm like puzzled by this one. Hold on. Give me a sec.
It's like right now it smells like a mixture of A and C aroma-wise, but it has the weakness of B.
Also, I almost want to say also like, this is gonna sound weird and probably a little stupid, but like banana nut bread without the banana. So if like you just had nut bread, I guess.
From my recollection, I would say this is most similar to A, but I don't really remember A that well anymore. But it's like darker. I guess it's kind of corn and maybe some of that gingerbread, but caramel and maybe like a hint of dark fruit, but not much if there is any. I would say the finish is kind of weak. I like the palate on it. I like the flavors. It just could be a little more like aged.
I get the bigger whiff I take, the more I get like prune, the middle of that dark fruit.
Flavor is actually pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit of that fruitiness comes in. It's got a good wood note to it that doesn't dominate. It doesn't dry.
Caramel, brown sugar.
This is a little bit of marzipan.
You're a marzipan.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy some pure marzipan on Amazon tomorrow, so that when you say, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's right. That is
It's like a sugar cookie, but like you haven't baked it yet. It's almost what it tastes like.
The palate is much more to my liking than probably any of the others.
There's something fruity going on. Yeah, it might be like a prune that's like not quite ripe. It's not like prune is so sweet, so it's like on the way there, but not quite there. Yeah, we'll go back through them in a second and give ourselves a little break here.
I do
Jump around, go at our own speed. Just do the ranking. I mean, like, we probably do need to get to the point where we stop doing a second round, at least as part of the video, and just kind of like free for all it, fire at will, pick up whatever you want. Screw it. Free for all. Everybody just go through them at your own pace.
I'm doing A through D.
Rick's doing A through D, dang it. I'm going back to B. You better come out and pound me.
Bit of minerality in A. Almost like a twirl Dickel.
Going back straight to B, has a little more flavor in it than I recall, but it's like still like flavor mixed with water. B is like gross.
The initial smell that I get, God, it's like you put like ground up oats in a melted cherry otter pup, cereal grains, and syrup.
All right, boys, I got a new idea for a bourbon. We're gonna take some red popsicles. We're gonna melt them till they're the pure syrup and liquid.
Okay.
And we're gonna turn all left on the nozzle, and we're gonna let it pour down into our bourbons just a little bit. We're gonna mix the stir around. I'm gonna be ready to go.
So, Chairmember Reynolds, your idea is to just melt icicle pops and then dump it in a bourbon.
Yes.
Sold.
See, I do get marzipan, also vegetal flavor, and then like sawdust.
Yeah, C is like, man, it's combining a lot of different worlds. Like worlds that don't naturally get along. I think D tastes the most like.
Can you slow down?
Yeah, you win, Cody. You win the race. That means you get the gold medal, and all of us go to hell. D tastes the most like bourbon out of all these, I think. God damn it.
C is like you made a marzipan scented candle in a woodworking shop.
Classic Adrian wants to give it to C because it's the most different. D is most conventionally good, I would say.
Yeah.
Cody, go first.
DACB.
Richard.
Well, mine was DCAB.
I can see C because it's interesting and stuff. I just don't like the palette on C all that much. It's like unique, but
I hear you.
Go back to it on purpose.
Jesus, that's close for me.
D I clearly like the best, and then B I clearly like the least.
Same.
All right, screw it. I'll say D. I'll say the same as Rick. DCAB. D and C were goddamn. That was a coin flip for me. I think D is going to be something I can drink all night long. Or C I might get tired of that after a while. Especially if I've had a lot of alcohol or something. And that's like all I'm going on at this point because I like those weird flavors of C. But D is like, I think, kind of the obvious. Like, it's a little sweeter. It's not like really strange in any way. It's like a conventional bourbon flavors. Do you guys have any guesses to the theme?
Low young bourbons that are low proof or something. I don't know.
High rye.
Man, those are close. Okay. So these are all ones we've had before. The theme was, I don't know what the title will be, but like weird flavors. These were all ones that were like, we didn't say they were bad necessarily, but they were in the sets they came from. They were the weird tasting one. I thought it'd be a good excuse to not open freaking more bottles for once. So let's see. So Rick's order wins, I guess. So worst case or last place was I was wondering if Cody was going to get this because Cody, one of them is in fact Dickel, but it is not A. It is B. This B is the George Dickel 8-year, whereas A.
George Dickel will give you a nickel if you suck his pickle.
So A is a very recent winner. In fact, I think it was winner. It was Bulleit Single Barrel. And then C, and I was expecting this one. Frey Ranch. So it's definitely on the crafty side. That one was very vegetal. And that there is something to that. We've said it now twice in a row. It is just a vegetal ass tasting bourbon. Which makes number 1 D by unanimous choice, which is really interesting because it is Wyoming Single Barrel, which did not do very well in the wheat 2 or 3. But yeah, Bulleit just recently won. I think Bulleit's the only one that's actually won its heat. I'm surprised Wyoming. I remember that tasting weird as hell when we drank it, but it's like the most traditional tasting one out of this group. Suck my Ricky. Oh,
you look like you've been working on the farm all day, Cody.
Oh,
Ooh.
Dickel, shame on you. Shame. For as much applause as that got when it released, I don't know, man. I think this is the next time I get rid of list.
There was a bourbon named Dickel. Whether or not it was good left us fickle.
Got a little bit of a minerality vitamin thing to it, but almost like I wonder if I could also see, and I wonder if I may have said at the time, like a bit of like gunpowdery feel.
For Bulleit?
Mm-hmm.
You smell gunpowder behind the Bulleit. See, Ricky, the joke is that like a bullet, there would be a discharge of gunpowder to shoot a bullet.
I don't.
I don't know what that face is, Ricky, but you need to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever a waitress comes over and asks, like, how are you doing? Like, you need to make that face. Whatever you say.
Oh, that was okay.
Now we need to get Rick a Stein, Cody. He's got the
Yeah.
he's got the Glencairns. Get him a real man's mug to drink out of. God damn it.
I'm getting a Barbie cup.
My love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone.
Oh, Richie.
No, I said American Graffiti.
Oh.
When Harrison Ford pulls up, and he's like, "Where's whatever that guy's name is?" He's like, "I'm aiming to blow his ass off the road." And then there's that like 13-year-old that's in that guy's car, and he's like, "Get out of my car!" And she's like, "Go ahead, cream me."